you are entering into an eternal peace and celebration. But we think death is a very painful situation. It is not so. India is the one of the rare country in the world who spoke about death in a very vivid manner. We have a very philosophical text called Kathopanishad, in which a boy goes to the god of death, asking question to the god of death, different things related with death. But so-called religions are afraid about death. We are not afraid. We make people that when you live a full life, you will be ready to go with death with smile. And anybody who die without a smile, without satisfaction, he is a sinner. Because God gave him a beautiful chance to live in a beautiful place with many things. It is his mistake. He didn't use the things in a good way and he ended up in his death. So if you are a real man who understands the beauty of the world and the nature, you will go from the world with a very beautiful dance, song and smile. So if you look the Indian gods, our gods are dancing guys. If you look the Jesus, the poor guy is hanging with pain. When we look, we feel, oh. But our gods are really, one of our main gods' name is Nadaraj, the king of dance. And Lord Krishna is always singing. So if you do not celebrate life, you are not living, you are actually dead. If you are a real religious person, if you go behind the religion, you will miss God. If you follow the God, you will be out of religion. So if you are a real follower of nature or God or truth, you will have a very ease mind and you will be celebrating the death. So if you go to certain area when the dead body is taken, many people will dance and music and throwing money, fruits, because it is the greatest celebration. You think you have come here with such a name, but you are keep on coming, you don't know about that. That's what we think, because we believe in rebirth. So once you lose a poor camera and you get a good camera, you will be more happy. Once your trouser is kaput, you can throw you and you get a good one, you will be again happy. So we believe that means we have the capacity to make the tomorrow better. If the terrible today is repeating tomorrow, we believe that we are fools. There will be some little upgrade in the suffering. There will be little more smile and celebration. If not, you are not growing, you are dying. So you can go follow the path of dying or aging, or you can grow the other way. Most of the people are simply aging and dying. That is one way. The other path is your age is coming, but you are growing in the right path, where there will be only smile and celebration, singing and dance. And if you are a real religious person, if you don't smile, if you don't dance, if you don't sing, the God is not going to ask you whether you read Bible, whether you read Quran, whether you read Gita. He say, I give a beautiful girl for you. Could you dance with her? Could you kiss her? Could you go and see some good moments in your life? Otherwise, he say, you are an idiot. I put you in heaven, you made hell in my heaven. You get out, idiot, you have to go in hell, and God is not going to question the other things. Because being a father, I'll be very happy if my child is happy and celebrating. When my child meet a girl and when he has a good time, I'll be happy. Let him enjoy, let him celebrate. If I am jealousy about the girl he had, comparing with my wife, comparing with my happiness, I'm not a good father. And God is the best father. He will be always happy to give more things to his child. So in Indian philosophy, first of all, death is not a painful end. Secondly, it is a temporary absence. It is like sleep. When you enter into the sleep, all the suffering, all the difficulties, pain, everything vanish. When you enter into the death, everything vanish. You are entering into a different world. So it is never going to be painful. It should be a very happy, celebrating occasion according to it. So we have a way in the Indian philosophy, we have a way. Like I am reading a book. It is page number 48. I had a heart attack. I died. And I will come again in some form. At that time, if you learn the art of dying, you need not to go to ABCD, you need not to go to 47, you can continue from 48. All the collected memory of you, if you know how to transfer all the collected data from this phone to the new phone, like that, whatever you collected, you can do. The present Dalai Lama is an example. A Dalai Lama, when he leave his chance, he asks certain very tough questions. That is very difficult to answer. It is a very typical logic questions. Adi Prashna in Sanskrit we say. It is not digestible for the logic. And whoever answer that question will be the successor. Not only that, he has to repeat many things which a common man cannot do that. So from very childhood onwards, he has to repeat many things which is impossible for an average human being. Then only he will be collected as Dalai Lama. So if you look this Dalai Lama's childhood, at the age of 5 and 4, what he do is will make us really trusting the certain things, like the fragrance of the flower you can carry to somebody by collecting that. Certain things in you collected in this life, sure you can bring to the next life. But it is not a question to be just speak in a verbally, you cannot believe that. It is a, when a chance comes to you that you will experience certain thing, that time only this will happen. When Lord Buddha travel in different places, he has a pilot group, they go to the place and tell the people Lord Buddha is coming. A rare occasion to meet a great sage. You can ask many things, many of your problems you can solve, you can listen many other things, but at any cost you should not ask certain question, whether the egg came first or chicken came first, whether the mango tree came first or the mango seed came first. Like that, this is logical in our way. Adi Prashna, it is not going to be fruitful for anybody. So like that, whether the karma came first or the action came first, there are many things like that. Like that, you cannot ask about the death and birth also. What will be, what was me in last life? You have a beautiful wife. You are living with her. Suddenly you got the knowledge about the past life. And when you look to your darling, you look with that knowledge, you find that she was your mother last birth. Can you imagine how terrible your life is? So God is not giving you a chance to be you for, because it is not going to help you. When in a certain situation, you will be transformed to understand certain things. At that time, you will be with a proper growth to understand and manage such things like that. Certain spiritual practices will make people mad. We call them mast in Indian tradition. So certain great people who are specialized in this spiritual madness, they will travel ashram to ashram and find some people. And these people should be treated with that way. It is a madness coming with spiritual practice. So these people, there was a tradition in olden time, they go to ashram and they will handle these people. So if you do something which you are not ready for that, it will give bad things. In science of pranayama, the first shloka is saying who are the people who can practice. In the fourth and fifth shloka, it says that means yuktabhyasa yogena sarva roga kshayo bhaved. By proper practice, all the disease will vanish. Ayuktabhyasa yogena sarva roga samudbhaved. Improper practice will bring all the disease to you. And then hika kasascha shwasascha shirakarnakshi vedanaha edani bhavanti pavanasya prakopanaha. Improper practice, what kind of disease can make it? Because once something happens in your energy level, it is not in your physical body. For an example, you believe something and which goes to your unconsciousness, which will keep on haunt you, which normal medicine cannot do anything. Either you have to go a psychic healer, or you will have to go to somebody who can do with a different thing. In Ayurveda, we have 5 modes of treatment. The first mode of treatment is called Deiva Vyapashraya Chikalsa, a treatment connected with the God. You were maybe one son, and your father might have left your mother. The mother, with very great pain and difficulty, brought you with a lot of expectation. And she didn't marry it because she was thinking, my second marriage will trouble my son, and she was carrying, you got a good job, you went to different country, and she reaches her tough time in old age. She is calling you, but you are unable to come. Suddenly you get a telegram that she passed away. Then a heart pain comes to you. You remind the tough time of her, you remind her compassion, you remind her sacrifice for your life. And slowly that person won't get sleep. And in such condition, medicine cannot do anything. It should be done with energy healing. So such kind of things we call Deiva Vyapashraya Chikalsa. In Ayurveda, we have 2 modes of treatment. One is to treat with some material. Like you have a pain, so some kind of pain relieving thing is needed. Disconnect the camera. So in that, if you apply some analgesic thing, the pain will go. A woman was crying to the fire station, fire, fire, come. The fire engine came, very people with pipe and everything. They were looking in the house. They couldn't see any fire. Where is the fire? Fire is in my heart. So sometimes if it is in the heart or in your mind, we cannot do anything because it is not a tangible thing. So we have different modes of treatment for different things. So coming to the end, for Indian people, if you are a real religious people, we hate the word heaven and hell. In all our scriptures, we don't speak about heaven and hell. Because what you go to hell, if you are in the Muslim hell, that is the all heaven, that is the only heaven where young girls and young boys are given. And all the costly brandy river is flowing, which is forbidden in this present life. There the streams of 3x, Johnny Walker, it is all rivers are going. And it is not one girl, many girl and boys. So if you are interested in heaven, I will say before you die, become Islam, because that is the only heaven where varieties of enjoyments are given. If you come to Hindu heaven, you don't get some. Christian heaven is also very dry. So we don't say that because if you are a man, say if you come, you will find beautiful girls. That is actually purchasable. And a man being or a woman with a man and woman, they are already in hell. They think this hell will repeat there also in heaven. Here I am already in the hell, and if I go there also I get a man or a woman. So for them it is hell. And if you get some costly equipment, so that is all purchasable here. So it is a repetition. And repetition will bore. If I say repeat, you all will say, get out. So repetition is boring. So Indian philosophy, we intelligently avoid this repetition. We don't speak about heaven and hell. If you get boys and girls in heaven, that is all available here. Just a subject of dollar and purchasing. This is all you can buy it. For why you go that much difficulty? So we never speaks about heaven and hell. We speak the word liberation, eternal pain resolving or removal of all pain. Because if you go there, if the same thing repeat, it is boring. So if there is a way to stop this circle of dying and death, born, dying, death, born, this is a wheel, we are teaching the art of disconnecting this. This is what the Indian aim. So, in a way, there is no way to add the word pain by that. If you say that you have not lived the life, you just enjoyed some fraction of things and you were postponing that for tomorrow or tomorrow next year, you didn't get the chance to live. A man who lived the life, if he say the God of come on darling, come on, where were you for this time? I have done everything. I have married a woman, I have child, I have business, land, everything. Everything is complete. I am satisfied. Come on darling, and give a champagne, put a disco dance, made a disco dance, and he jump out. Come, we can go. I have done everything. So you will have a contentment, a total satisfaction, and you will be ready to go. Okay, this is enough. But people get the life, they forget many things. So that is why this pain and things come. So in many places you can see that Indian roads, people carry the dead body with good decoration and music and dancing and throwing money and fruits. This should be the way. We made a camp in a forest area, a 2-day camp in the night time around 12 o'clock. I heard a good drumming and a pipe. I wake up, I came out. Meanwhile, all my students are waiting outside. It was in the forest. We went to the sound, following the sound, and we saw a tribal settlement. People were dancing. So it was a nice drumming and piping. So we all started to dance. By dancing, I was thinking, what will be the reason for dancing? So everybody was thinking it is something festival. In the end, when I look inside, I saw a dead body is inside. They were celebrating the death. But we think we are civilized people. We think we are intelligent people. But it is only in thinking level we are not. So people who are interested to know about death, we have many books actually about death and art of dying. It is a very interesting subject for Indian philosophy.
Question. Do we all have a particular purpose in life, or is it just to be happy?
If you speak with your lover, if I observe from far, I can know that just by reading some of your body signs, I will be able to tell that you are speaking with your lover. If you speak with your husband, just by finding the body signs, I will be able to tell that it is your husband. Because in the husband, okay. When the lover, you hang on the phone for hour, you feel the hours are like second. And when you speak with the husband, in second, you feel like month. Because in the first case, when you talk with your lover, it is you are doing with love. It is not a duty. When you are with your husband, it is duty. So duty will make you boring. So if you can do something which is actually a purpose of your life, you are not going to be tired. If you speak with your lover, you think you are going to be tired? It will be a love affair. So if you find the love affair thing, which is the purpose of your life, for Einstein spent 20 hours in his scientific lab, he forget the wife, he forget everything. Once you forget about yourself, that is the thing, the purpose of your life. If you are a steno, in the morning you wake up, should I go for the job or shall I go for the job? If it is a should I go or may I go? If you think I should go, if you think I like to go, it is a different way of seeing. So we all have a purpose, but the real purpose it will be a love affair. It is like you are talking with your lover. If you feel that it is drying, you are not doing your purpose. For an example, a man is coming with the purpose. When he do, he is not at all afraid or aware about any other thing. Vincent van Gogh was a very famous Dutch painter. He drew the last picture as the sun. He was looking to the sun. Everybody said, Vincent, don't look so. His father said, you should become a priest. He said, I hate the word priest. I'm never going to become a priest. The father said, then you are not going to get 1 penny from our house. Get up. Pushed him out. He went. His brother was sending money for his survival. 7 days money. He keep on sending. 5 days he eat, 2 days he fast. With that 2 days money he buy paint and brush and he paint. So he was looking to the sun. Everybody was saying, don't look, it will harm your eyesight. And when he completed his sun last picture, he said that I have done my job. I have nothing else to do. He write the letter to the brother, I am going away. He suicided. And he says that don't think that I am killing myself. No. I have done whatever I am supposed to do. I have nothing else to do. With the topmost happiness and celebration, I am dying. So don't cry for me. Don't think that I am leaving the body with sadness, with darkness. No. With brightness, with celebration, with extreme happiness. I am leaving the body and I am thankful for you, your help. So sometimes when you feel that you have done everything, it can happen. It is not a suicide actually, what he done. So if you do your real purpose, a boy come and the father, my friend's father asked, what do you like to become? My father want to make me a doctor, my mother want to make me an engineer, my auntie want to make me an advocate, my uncle want to make me a businessman, and my relative want to make me a politician, like that. What is actually your interest? Actually, I just want to be a dancer. If I tell this, my mother will break my head. So from very childhood onwards, we are feeding and exploiting and poisoning the consciousness of the people. What you cannot do, you want to fulfill with your child and you are pumping all these things. If you are a real mother, you respect the child. You are not going to be a sole owner of that child. You will respect him, you will respect whatever you do. If I am your husband, I love you, I find that you have another lover. And if I am a real lover, I will take you in my bike and put you with the lover. You have a good time because my purpose is to make you happy. And if you are more happy with the other man, why can't I be a small help for you? I am not going to backbite or anything. I will make you to have good moments. So in real relationship, it will come. So everybody have a purpose. Unfortunately, many people not realizing what is their purpose. If you are fulfilling your purpose, in your life dictionary, tiredness, boring, dissatisfaction, such words never exist. If you have a headache, if you have boring, if you are feeling that your vehicle is always going slowly, you are not realized what the purpose. So the way to find out that, whether you are in a love relationship or duty, in the duty, you will always look watch. Time and space will there. In love affair, time and duty, you will forget. So hours you speak, you feel like it is a fraction of it. You speak one moment with your husband, you feel months. Total boring, you will throw the phone. Not you, average people. So this is the way to find out. So if you are speaking with the husband, from far, you can, yes, she is speaking with us. Finish everything. Okay, I will. If you are speaking with the lover, you can see through the ear, honey is flowing through the ear and mouth. You are keeping the phone more closer and with many expression will show that, yes, you are in the right way. But many people are somehow ended up a man who wanted to be a dancer. If he become a doctor, he is never going to be a good doctor. In his inner voice always will say, why I am wasting my life? It will be a terrible duty for him. So somebody who say, I have this ambition, nobody can stop them, because for him it is a passion. For many people, something will be a fashion. Fashion will keep on changing. Passion, there is nothing can stop you till you reach the goal. But unfortunately, we are polluted by the religions, we are polluted by the parents, we are polluted by the country and politicians, different things. These all group, the priesthood, the politicians, the country, don't want to give freedom to you. If you are a free soul, you don't care whether it is man or Indian or black or thing, but the politicians know how to make you hung up. If they give the total freedom to you, once they become free, we are not going to sacrifice our life for these cheap politicians' ambitions. So they are very intelligent people. They know how to pollute our consciousness with the name of religion, with the name of country loving, with different things. They put the seed, and we think we are free souls. No, we all are conditioned by many things. So it is not easy to break this shell of conditioning. Very rare people who have the courage to jump and break, they will become free. But it is not something like if by pushing a button it will go. No, it is not. Is it okay? We have a very famous musician. His name is Ilayaraja. Around 40 years before, he sing a song for a political party. And the politician heard his song. He says, what you are doing? He says, my father is working in the tea estate. I am in the 6th standard studying. He said, stop your school today. Burn all your books and go to the music school, learn music. He was a very famous politician. And his father loves him, so he stopped. He became a very famous musician. He is the first Indian man who made a like the symphony. Symphony. You can listen, actually, it is a very famous spiritual song called very Manikya Vasakar. There was a great saint. His work, Tiruvajagam, is the work. It's a very beautiful combination. He is the first man. So if you realize like your purpose, it will be quite easy. Then even if you become a blacksmith, you'll be a great blacksmith. Even if you become a barber, you will do the shaving and scissor cutting with smile and dancing. There is a very famous barber in Bombay. All the film actors come there by paying big money. He is not going to cut you like this. If you come to me, I will go like this. There is a mirror and I cut you like this. So he's a barber, he makes big money. So this is his skill. So for him, the profession is something like drug. For him, it is a celebration. But unfortunately, government, politicians and religious leaders don't want to show the real path. So if we show the real thing, we won't get the disciples. So it is our intelligence to put the seeds and make you always like a sheep. Even though we are lions, we keep on saying, don't behave like a lion, you are sheep. You are sheep. So repeating the word sheep, 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 we will really become like sheep. So in this, whether it is America, whether it is Trump, whether it is all politician, just the flag and slogans are changing. They all are same breed, no difference. Oh, if any questions, if you have.
I'm curious about free will and choice.
Choice means you are not happy with the present thing. If you are happy and satisfied, you will never go to another shop for another dress. Choice means you think the other shore can be more green. Choice think that tomorrow can be happy. Choice think there is another better thing. But in the real thing, you forget everything. There is no tomorrow. There is only now and here. If you are not in now and here, that means tomorrow. That tomorrow is never going to happen. And even if that tomorrow comes, another tomorrow by series and series and series will come. So once you find God has taken a small rib and God has made a woman for that man. If I met my missing piece in you and if we live together, it will be a real heaven-like life. If I get some other piece which is not going to fitting, you can see the real hell in their life. So once you get the exact part which is fitting without a small gap which is fitting actually, all the tomorrow will stop. Total satisfaction will come. Then you are going with the time. Then it is never going to be tomorrow. But if the choices is a possibility that you want to see that is there a better man? Is there a better chance in tomorrow? If I try that, that is a wandering mind or the word updation is a very terrible word because you buy a beautiful camera and you find that this is the most updated and you reach the home, you switch on your computer and you find another better updation is there. So if you go behind updation, it is never-ending process. So it will make you to a purchasing disease will happen. So once total satisfaction comes, then there is never going to be choice in the real way. But a satisfied man is flexible. He is with an accepting mood. He is like a stone. He has the capacity to understand, adjust and find different things. But if you ask, you have find your man or if you find your girl, a satisfied man will be with 100% sincerity, he will say yes. But many of the people, when they say yes, a no is echoing in that yes. Many people, when they say no, a yes is echoing in that. So we are that much polluted, we are unable to say a yes or no, because always a if or but is following that. That is the crooked education, crooked politician, vested interest, religious peoples, brainwashing, put this trouble to the earth. So it is not easy unless we break all the so-called universities of the world, unless we kill the always crooked interested politicians and priesthood. It is not going to happen. But we cannot change the world, so we are not interested to change the world, we are interested to change ourselves. People are saying that if my husband will be little more good, I will be a good wife, a good mother. If my mother-in-law is a little good, I will be a good life. You are always saying that all people should change according to my calculation. You are never saying that I have the possibility to change. So Indian religion, we are not for a group. We are not interested in group liberation. We are a religion which is a personal affair, like your toothbrush. I cannot come and smell your toothbrush. It is an extreme personal affair, which has nothing to do with a group. It is a personal level. If you have hunger, you should eat. If you have itching, I am scratching, my skin won't do anything. So it is an extremely personal affair, which has nothing to do with something else. So choice actually in total satisfaction now. You will be in a position to accept because nature brings many things. Sometimes it will be good. Sometimes you say you are a fool. This may be the occasion want to give you with say good intelligence. Sometimes somebody say you are looking good. you think this is the occasion or the nature is giving. So you will be able to flow with the nature without any conflict. You will be like a floating wood on the sea. Sometimes the wind take here, okay. Sometimes it take here, okay. Sometimes it take there. You are not reacting, you are just accepting. Rather than reacting, you are responding with the situation and flowing with the nature than to be a soldier or a fighter. If you become to fight with many things, the fighting is never going to stop. Fighting, once you become a soldier, a fighter, till the last breath you'll have to fight. But it is your choice. If you prefer to be happy as a fighter, you have the right. But if you stop all this fighting and ready to accept, it stops. A husband is scolding the wife continuously. If the wife is not reacting, how long a man can scold? It will stop. So this is another phase, but it depends upon your energy. Because now many people are there. Many people are with many kinds of energy. She may be an active woman, so she needs some active thing. He may be a less active, so he need a less active. She may be a passive woman, she need a passive thing. India is a country where religion sell different kinds of hat. Her head is small, we have a small hat. His head is big, we have a big hat. So whatever size of the head, we have different kinds of hats. But when you look to Islam and Christianity, they are fixed the hat. Whatever may be the size, you'll have to go. Sometimes if you put the hat, you won't see anything. The hat will prevent your view. So we have unlimited goals. We have unlimited techniques. Understanding that people are different. Some of our gods like alcohol. Some of our gods like meat. Some of our gods like dancing. Some of our gods even like the urine. What is the problem? Why should I come and smell your toothbrush? I have no right for that. If it makes you happy, if it makes you to live the life, if it makes your tomorrow a little better, why should I prevent that? So we are actually, the Indian religion, our main slogan is yes, not no. So your yes will be yes for you. You say your husband is the beautiful man in the world, you have the right. But you cannot say to all others, for you it is right, but not for all. So choice in an ultimate way, it will not exist. Any other question?
Question about time and like past lives and other lives. Do they all happen at the same time? Is that all one moment?
This knowledge will not come you till you are merging with God. If it happens before that, it will create a lot of confusions. So it is hidden from us till we are ready for that. So once the river Ganga, river Volga, river Yamuna merges with the sea, it loses the name. There won't be any more Niagara, any more Volga. All the river, once it reaches the sea, it will lose its identity and merge with the sea. Then it will be only sea. Like that, when you are merging with the ultimate truth, you can manage this easily. Before that it happens, it can make you mad. We won't be able to carry the pressure. So this is not, again, this comes in the Adi Prashna, this is not a question to be asked or clarified with intelligence. No. If I say yes, if I say no, it is not going to make you something. This is not an existential question. So in a real way, if you ask a question, you should have the credibility to ask that question. For an example, I am going to the bank and I am asking $1,000 billion. The bank will ask you, you give your passbook, let us see. You give your financial statement. And when I give, I have not money, then they say, then you have no right to ask that money. To ask that money, I should have a good bank balance, a good economical status like the income tax details. If not, I cannot ask. Like that, when you ask some very important questions, we should have the credibility. We are just asking, like playing something, then that won't satisfy you. Once you are really hungry for water in the desert, you think you are going to die, you will give 2 kilogram gold for 1 glass of water, because that is not a moment you can do many things. I give a big book. This is a book, How to Satisfy the Thirst, a big book which is written by a great man. If I give that, you take and throw away. Idiot, you are coming with the book. I am going to die. I need the water. You give the big book now. So when that is a issue of your existence, then it will be coming from the heart. Now it is a question from the mind. You are just interested to see how it is. A man asked Jesus Christ, what you speak is good. It's so beautiful. You speak little more. Then Jesus spoke something. He said, that is not makes me satisfied. You speak more. Then Jesus said that then if you want to understand more, you sell everything, give to the poor people and join with me. That I cannot do. That I cannot do. My Bangla, my property, my everything, that I cannot do. So this is enough for you. So when it is a question of your life and death, when it is coming from the deepest level of the heart, it will come. There was a very famous man, whose name was Maulinga Buddha, was a very famous disciple of Lord Buddha. He was coming to Buddha every day and listening him, and he asked Buddha, I am coming to you for last 3 weeks. Every day I am coming from very, very far. But I am hearing you. Many people along with me and came and heard you, but I found that in some people, after hearing you 2 weeks, they are not the same people. Some kind of alchemical change happened in them. But I am the same idiot. I am the same rascal now also, even though I heard from one of the great men like Buddha. So Buddha asked, from where you are coming? Say, I am coming from Magadh. So in India, different kinds of slang is there in the Hindi. Buddha say, by hearing your slang, I don't think you are from Magadh. He said, no, I am actually doing business there. I am from this Rajput area. So Buddha asked, if I ask you to go to the Rajput area, will you be able to guide me by saying different routes? Yes, I born and brought up and lived there. I will be able to lead you. By hearing from you, may I reach Rajput? No, hearing won't do. You will have to take some rickshaw, train, bus, some kind of vehicle to reach. Oh, so you say that when hearing from you, I won't reach Rajput? No, by hearing. So just hearing won't enough. That's what you are saying? Yes. This is what I like to say to you, Buddha said. So hearing won't make satisfaction in certain thing. When it is a issue of your real thing, it will say. So it is a very tough question in the Indian philosophy.
Leadership, politicians, any kind of leadership in the world, what is needed to connect us more to source and to have more unity consciousness in the world? What is it that leaders need to start doing?
Actually, a real leader, he should come from the side of love, not from information or some stuffing of different things. We have a very famous god called Rama. He is the main character in our epic Ramayana. One evening, his father was taking bath, and when he go to the mirror, he saw one of his hair in this side is becoming white. So he called all the ministers, see that I am going to be old. So I don't want to be the king anymore. So I want to hand over to my son. Evening he saw, that time he called the people, all the people of the court came. He said, my son Rama is ready, I want to make him king. And he spoke different things. So people are asking there, by hearing that, our king's hair became grey. If a man has a good wife, if a man has loving children, he should not become aged. So if you see that you are aged, it means your wife or husband is not good, your children is not good. So people were thinking it was good. So how it happened? So we think that if you feel that you are old, that means you are not living with the right partner. You are not living a right life. So he called Rama, said that you are going to be the king. Night. And on that night, one of his father had 3 wives, made a decision that Rama should go to the forest for 14 years. My son Bharata will be the king. And the next day, call him early morning, and he comes and then say, you have to go to the forest. You are not going to the king. Your younger brother Bharata will be the king. By hearing that, he says that means when you drive a bullock cart, the bulls will be tied with the cart. And you complete a journey, and when you complete the journey, you untie the bulls and make them free. And when you make them free, they will shiver their body and nicely they go to the grass and water. So when Rama heard this, he had the feeling like this, oh, the weight is taken from me. So when a real leader, when he finds that he will accept this as a love affair, and when he finds that he is no more the king for it is making him happy. We believe that means when your energy is stuck in certain area, you will be behaving with that energy center's nature. We all have the capacity to remove the block and grow up and become a big tree, flower up and give the fruits. We all have the capacity, but many people are not doing that. They think that means if I break the outer shell, it is the death of the seed. And we don't know inside this seed, I am safe. I get food, sun is not harming. I feel so safe being with one man in my home. I feel that this is a security. I am afraid that if I go outside, if I go somewhere else, another country, how it is going to be. You are comparatively happy in this a kind of shell. We are actually in the jail. We are afraid to break the shell and go out of that. So, but if you do not break the shell, if you do not break the boundary, you think that your territory and go out of the territory, you will be actually like a fish living in an aquarium. Or the fish, it is thinking it is an ocean, but ocean is a big thing. But you are safe. Nobody is coming, no cats are coming, no trespassers are coming. You feel that you are safe. In a way you are safe, but you never see the ocean. You never come to the big land. But you are somehow happy because it is making you a kind of safety to you. So a real king, actually, in Indian way, he has to learn many dharma or righteousness things. So when he adorned the becoming a king, he will say, I am the caretaker of this land, where this whole earth belongs to the God. This is the property of the God, and I am the caretaker. So our king's name is, in the end of their name, it will come a Sanskrit word called Dasa. means a servant. So the owner is there. I am giving a shop to you. You are taking care, but I am the owner. So you need not to worry about different things. Something will come, business fluctuation will come. Your duty is to responsibility, look after. So big things are not there. Your duty is to look after that. So you are not with business things like whether oil rate is going up or down. You are not worried. So your duty is to do this, that you will have to do that. So a real king in Indian way, our king's name, Trivandrum king's name is Padmanabha Dasa. The main deity is Padmanabha, Lord Vishnu. And I am the Dasa. And this land is belong to that god. And all the money, in olden time, we used to keep it in the temple. That is why the richest temple of the world is Padmanabha in Trivandrum. We have many secret caves inside, and recently we have opened and we found many priceless jewels and different things. So the king is there, but king has no right to say, I am the owner. I am just the character. And when the king becomes the sage, who is the main controller, the king say, I am the king, then the sage will come with a stick, take off his crown and beat on the head. Don't say such ugly words. You are not the king. You are under the principle of dharma, righteousness, or you are under the principle of God. Okay? Then here. So once somebody is adorning as a king and he thinks that he is only a caretaker and he has to follow the dharma, it will be right. But once you are thinking with the possession and you are struck up with certain thing, you will be a third-rate politician. But unfortunately, the people are stuffing many knowledge to enriching your brain. You send your students to the school not to expand the heart. You send the students to become a good politician, barrister, different things. Expanding the heart is not your concern. But in our way, education's principle is expanding the heart. But nowhere it is happening. So you will be a trained wild beast with civilization. You will be a civilized beast. So if you want to kill somebody, you will use olden time, you use stone, you use gun, or you use different kinds of bombs. So we believe that means the purpose of education is taking the hidden human qualities from you and to give you a good heart. But present day people, we all are brain developed people. We are not giving anything to the heart. So a politician or a leader coming with a heart will be a real flowering for him, and he will not be attached to his position. Any moment he is ready to move. But we don't have that system in country, but in India we have the system. So all these kings were trained in that kind of schools, where you will find that means we say Svecha, my interest, Parecha, your interest, Anicha. I will go from my selfish interest to respect you. From Svecha, my own interest, I come to you, how you like, Parecha. Then I go to both of that, Svecha, Parecha, Anicha. You will overcome all these things. So once you go with that kind of training, you will be a very good leader. But there is no such system exists in the present way. It is all crooked, cunning idea. If you send your child, he will be a cunning man. He is not going to be an intelligent, heartful person. We all are taught how to be cunning, how I can steal the money or how I can misuse you. All these things without knowing you. The business technique MBA is teaching you how I can befool you. You apply something, all the dark spot comes. You apply something which is not right, but the business is making you to make more. So this whole teaching is to become to how you can improve the Wall Street greed, not for the need. So a real leader will be a heart-oriented person. He will be a person who has overcome his interest, others' interest. He goes beyond that. He will be thinking that I have to go beyond all this level. But such university we don't like. That is the reason. And the so-called religion has no courage to tell the truth also. Once I lose a follower of me, business is a business. Once I get less business, I will not be happy. So we all are interested to make our business flourishing. That is the reason.
I have a question. How can someone not be attached to pain and suffering? Like, how do you let it go?
You have a good amount of money. You may be a Rockefeller family. That much amount of money. You go to NASA and you give the money and say, I want to go to moon right now. But how much billion come you pay? Or I am ready to buy the rocket which carry me to the moon. But you cannot go there. Because if you want to go to moon, you have to go through some training to be an astronomist. So even though if you want to get into a rocket and go there, you'll have to go through different kinds of training system. So your question is not a small question, it is a big question. So according to your swabhava nature, in olden time, if you come to an ashram, the teacher will say, for example, Judy, from my point of view, she can sit in the front desk. People with a different hurry-burry, different things come, and she has the capacity to deal with all these irritating people in a smiling way and satisfying. So some people she looks, some people if they don't get the AC good, some people are complaining different things. If she share another irritating person in the same room, soon you can hear a bomb blast, and soon it is like the tomatoes, some tomatoes in the basket can create all the tomatoes infection like that. She know that where should be. So an irritating woman, she fit with a good person. And she has an irritation. Once she find another balancing person, this irritation and the happiness goes and it will be balanced. So like that, I know that where she will be. She is good in front desk. But if I put her in the firewood chopping, because of her fatness, she will not be able to do that. And if I put her in certain places where money, greed, and strong suggestion, hey, you do that, you're here, go, like such a rash way, she won't be able to tell that. For that, you may be a good person. Your duty is that, why you are here, you go there. Who asked you to come? In a very rash way. So a good manager will find that who should be on the front desk, who should be on the cash, who should be in the library, who should be in different people. Because we all are with a different energy. So by understanding your energy level, if you go to a right teacher, it takes some time, then he will say what will be fit with you. A person, Judy is going to a person, hello, how far is Swami's ashram? She is not answering. Hello, how far is Swami's ashram from Charai Beach? Not answering. Hello, how far? This man cannot hear, a deaf man. She is walking. Then, Judy, if you walk like this, it will take 45 minutes. Then Judy is asking, could you tell this earlier? No, I have to see that how you are walking. Without you seeing your walking, how I will be tell and a sincere. So like that, I have to see that means. when you meet your old boyfriend who wanted to kill you, who wanted to do something harm, whether the snake in you, like that. In some houses it is written, dogs are there, careful. So when you go there, you find only one dog, but it is a little dog. And you say, how are you? What? Okay, that is the reason. It is not dog. Dogs are there. Some are still keeping the memory of the dogs in them. So if you go to a real training center, we will have to see that where you are. So according to the level, we see that means if you give this, you will be in good condition. So like that, we have different modes of techniques according to the level of the person. So many ways are there. This question asking a man, his name was Arjuna. We Hindus have 3 books very famous, the foundational text of Hindus. Prasthanatraya is the name, the foundational text of Hindu, and one is Bhagavad Gita. And his disciple, Krishna's disciple Arjuna, asked the same question to Krishna. Krishna says that because one day you see some people who are in peace, like you see some peace in me. You have not seen when I am like a demon, but you find now I am speaking, talking nicely. You think I am like a very pious man. In fact, no, there is a rascal in me which needs some provocation, some triggering. The rascal in me is happen. You will find I am a very dirty man. But somehow to trigger the rascal in you is so far not attempted. If you attempt that, the hiding guy is always waiting to attack. The smile is just on the periphery. Inside me, a demon is waiting for the right moment. If you trigger in my sensitive, that point is waiting. So we come to know that in different situations how you are reacting. With different difficult experiences, you are how you will be. The teacher will realize and mark you. When you quarrel with your ex-boyfriend, you are ready to shoot. When you see a beautiful woman who you think little ego, who you think she is a dirty woman, how you are talking, that is so like that. In different occasions, how you behave, I put the mark. When you see a beautiful girl and she is speaking with your husband, like that. So I keep on your reactions in the paper. I make a summary, then I come to you. So he's asking Krishna that it is all good to have a good mind, peace of mind. But I am an average man who is living with a wife, children, country, different kinds of situations. My name is not Krishna. You are a great God. You have saying that because Krishna is saying that the qualities of a man who control the mind. Then Krishna is saying, Asamshayam Mahavaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam. Arjuna, what you are saying is right. It is not easy to control the mind. And in fact, we are not interested to control the mind. We want to make all the people mindless. Because as long as mind is there, the doubting mind will never help us to settle down. So we are not teaching something to control the mind. We are teaching something to go beyond the mind to a no-mind state. But in the beginning, we will teach something. So you need a systematical training according to your energy. And what will be that ideal energy? If you have fever in the night time, daytime I touches you, you are cool. But if I sleep with you in the night time, then only I will come to know that you have a night fever or not. So we will say that means to find out night fever, you'll have to sleep with that person. So like that, to see that what will be your real energy, from where you can grow, a real teacher will do that. If you want to say in an average way, for average foreigners, the path of yoga, the path of tantra will be better. Or the path of action is there, but it is little more complicated. Path of yoga, path of tantra will be appeasing for average foreigners. But still, in that also there are divisions. What will be helping you? I'll have to measure your feet for the right size of the shoes. So I'll have to find your mental pattern, what will be fitting with you. That you have to find the right teacher and be with him, then you will come to. Okay. When the time is over, you can tell, you will have a walk and see some herbs and different things. Or in fact, you all come for Ayurveda class. That's what we were expecting, but we went to different directions. Any other questions or? Okay. In Indian way, anything you introduce in Indian soil, in the end, if it is alleviating or if it is taking out all the seeds of pain, if it is not bringing to the royal path of salvation or freedom or moksha, it is a false art. Whether you choose the path of dance, whether you choose the path of music, whether you choose the path of drawing, whether you choose the path of medicine, whether you choose anything, including the path of sex, in the end, if it is not taking to the royal path of attaining the unlimited joy or ultimate celebration, we don't accept as a right path. So we say any art, if it is not in the end not bringing, landing on you in the royal road of celebration, it is a duplicate path. So Ayurveda is the only science in the world. There are 250 different kinds of healing system exist. According to the observation of World Health Organization, Ayurveda is the only healing art which has the capacity to take you to the royal road of moksha or liberation or freedom from all that. Because treating the body, which is gross, is a comparatively a small thing. But touching your soul, releasing the darkness covering your soul, allowing the light which is blocking your souls, allowing the water which is stuck in you and allowing it to continue the flow of the love is not a small thing. So Ayurveda is the only science in the world which final aim is liberation. So in Indian system, if a system is not offering this freedom from pain, it is a duplicate art. So if you ask the beauty of Ayurveda, this is the only science in the world which has the courage to see a world where no doctors, no medicine, no hospital is needed. Ayurveda is the only science in the world which speaks less about medicine, treatment, diagnosing, which speaks more about how to live a good life from the beginning to the end. So the Ayurveda science has divided into two parts. Swasthavritta, how you can live a life, how you can enjoy all the good things made by the God, how you can have a celebrative, complete life in this earth, and how you can end up the life in a beautiful way. This is the first and foremost part of Ayurveda, which is called Swasthavritta, how you can live a complete, healthy life. And second part is called Adhiravritta, when you become sick, when you do not follow the rules of the nature, when you don't listen the communications from your own soul, when you listen from somebody else who are misguiding you, you will have some disease. You will be not at ease. Once we are not at ease, disease will happen. Then we teach you how to heal that problem. But the beauty of Ayurveda, it is a science which is not interested basically on medicine or healing, which wanted to give the responsibility to you. If you respectfully follow the responsibilities of a human being according to the principle of Ayurveda, you can live a painful living, and you can live a loving life, and you can end the life in a beautiful way. In the end, you will be a highly transformed human being. So according to our principle, we all are actually animals. We all think that we are civilized beings, but in all of us, animals are hiding. So how you can lift up from animal to a human, this is the great concern of Ayurveda. So it is not just a medicine or some massage or Shirodhara. It is a science of living, how you can live a good life. For an example, in Ayurveda, a good son is called Suputra. Putra means son. Suputra means a good son. To have a child, a man and woman join, then actually average idiots can make a son. It doesn't need any special quality. It is happening all over the world. It has nothing to do with some special quality. You need a man and a woman. So it is happening. In Indian way, in Ayurvedic way, we have a thing called Garbhadanam. Like you are going to put some keel, some foundation. So you, the mother and father, should take some care. Because the world is already flooded with a lot of criminals, unwanted people, and the world is already suffering with too much people. And when you look your life, most of the people, they are already had a tough life. And when we observe our life, we think that it is a very useless thing also. So bringing a new life is a very responsible job. So if you are interested in that responsibility, you should know that. So we say that means in Garbhadanam, you get the principles, how you should bring a child. What are the duty of a mother and father, how you can make a child beautiful. We have a very famous epic called Mahabharatam, which is a great epic of India with 1,25,000 of songs, which is the biggest written book of the world. The Odyssey, all these things are very small comparing with Mahabharata. And in the Mahabharata, there comes an occasion, the crooked guy's leader Duryodhana asked his uncle, what time we should start the war. Astrologically, if we find the right time, if we start the war at that time, we will win. So he is asking his uncle. Uncle say, I don't know these things. Not only me, all people in our camp, everybody is crooked. Everybody can give some crooked idea, and right idea you will have to go to the opposite group. And in the opposite group, the youngest child, Sahadeva, you go to him, he will answer. And Duryodhana say, I am going to there, asking them how I can kill them, how I can eradicate all them by knowing the right time. Shall he tell the truth? Yes. He goes there. And he asks Sahadeva, he tell the time. And when he come out, Lord Krishna is coming and seeing this crooked guy, Duryodhana, he said, you understood the time? Then he goes, Krishna plays something, but the main thing is that why he choose Sahadeva, the younger boy. Because according to the Indian way, the first child who born is a pride for the father. He is proving that I am a man. I have the capacity to prove that I have made a child. So it is a pride for the father. And the last child, when you are 50, you deliver a child, the mother is saying at this age, yes, I have the capacity to produce a child. It is the pride for the mother. And the first child, basically when you see the girl and boy, they will be in a very happiest mood and they think this is the heaven, and the lust for sex will be leading, and that child will be a product of lust and too much lust with sex. So he will be with that man. And when you have the fifth child or sixth child, you have understood what this energy, you will be little more loving way. So when you look some of our temples, we are showing unlimited way of sexuality postures. How you can fuck a woman in different way, it is depicted in temples. So many Westerners cannot see that why. For us, when you make love with a woman, it should be that you should have such a loving feeling, such a respect to the other. And you should feel that you are doing something divine, and your bedroom which be that much purified. And you should enter your bedroom where your wife is staying with that much prayerful mood. It is not something you are just releasing some energy or not that. It is a very holy act for us. So when you enter into the bedroom with that way, and when you make a child, he will be a suputra, a child with good things. But many of the parents know when he is born, because it is keep on happening like duty. You don't know. Japanese made a big result. The children who born in Monday to Friday children, they are hyperactive. Saturday and Sunday, holiday children, they are much better. So it is, we are entering into a woman's place and just doing something duty. There is no way to get a good child. So we have a very famous god, Tamil god. His name is Muruga. He has another name is somebody who not born out of lustful sex. Kumaran, his name. Mara is a god for sex or love. We have a god. When he is not there, he goes to his father Shiva, and Shiva kills this god due to some other reason, and he dies. And from that ash, this god is born. So when a child is born where the lustful sexual thoughts are not there, with extreme happiness and prayer and respect, he will be a good child. So if you are interested to have a good child, a suputra, we have a very good division for that. That's what I wanted to say that. And another thing is that means now all over the people, they are thinking how they can extend the youthfulness. The women are interested how the menstrual cycle can extend, how they can postpone the menopause. Or the men is thinking that how they can get rid of the bad effect of the old age. In yesterday only the modern medicine, this science came that how you can treat the old aged people. But when you come to Ayurveda, we have a science called Rasayana treatment. In that treatment, a man who is in between the age of 50 and 60, if he go through that treatment, he can become a young man again. Not you can prevent the difficulties of old age, you can become a young man. This kind of treatments we have. So in the beauty of Ayurveda, it is not a treatment system, it is a way of living. It helps you to become a better human being. It helps you to enter into the last part of the life. Because for all of us, last part is aged condition, like when you become an old man, many of the things will not work the way we want. So Ayurveda gives importance the last part of your life, the aged part, and teaches you the geriatrics is a big field. We have a very famous text called Kashyapa Tantra, which teaches you how you can overcome the difficulties of the aged disease. Not only that, how you can become a young man again, we are teaching that. So we are using a big number of herbs and different things. Just if you look behind here, this is the refined product from some tree. This is actually the semen of a tree. Semen is the most powerful thing for a woman. Her blood or the ovulation is a very important thing. So this is the semen of the tree. We have a semen from the rock, which is called Shilajit, or the semen of the rock, which comes only from 15,000, 16,000 height rock, and it comes like a semi-liquid form. Some people, courageous people, climb and collect it. It's a very potentized medicine. So this is all actually whatever you eat, according to Ayurveda, Sapta Dhatu transformation. You eat the food, it will be transformed and transformed and transformed and transformed. In the end, it will become your semen or ovulation product, which is the most refined energy of us. So if you use that refined energy too much, you will be in trouble. This is actually from the trees. This is the semen of the trees. So if you use this, your vitality will improve. Like that, we use different kinds of semen. From animal also we use. It is because there is only one ingredient in the world. Because we Ayurveda, we believe that means this is a very potentized herb called ashwagandha. We can compare this with the ginseng of the Korea. This is Indian ginseng, which is not like the original ginseng, little less powerful. So how you can keep your vitality, we have different kinds of technique, and we believe that means whatever you see in the world, this is made with 5 elements. Whether the tree, whether the water, everything is made with 5 elements. There is no 6th element. And all these 5 elements, if you keep on tasting, it's end up in 6th taste. So in the 6th taste, you will find this have 2 taste. This is fennel, it has some taste. There is only one element in the world with all these 6 taste. That is semen. And there is one thing which look like, which has the same qualities of lemon, that is a metal, which is nothing but mercury. So we use mercury as a royal medicine. If you know how to remove the poison, like what does means poison? Poison means some strong vital energy which can kill you. Why this is not becoming a poison? Because it doesn't have that much potentized form. So once you know to remove the poison from the snake, from any metal, once the poison removed, the remaining is nectar-like. So we use mercury as the royal medicine. So like that we use many potentized medicine, and this is just behind you is the semen from the tree. In certain occasion, they will push out the semen from the tree. Like from the rock it will come, and this is collected there. This is very a kind of natural Viagra for sexual weakness and body weakness. We use that. It is very rarely we get it something. So we have very good medicine for a very rich Iranian old man want to marry a young girl. So he wanted to bring his vitality at any cost. We are making a medicine with gold and adding different things. Of course, we will be using different things that. And once you take that, even you are 70, when you are in bedroom, you will feel that you are only at 60. But costly, not affordable for everybody. So we are just collected. It is not all the time you get it with a very difficulty we have collected. But just saying that means if anybody needs, they can come secretly. We will provide that. So this is what like a simple way I can say. So otherwise we can just go and see something and something. If you are any other question, we can have a small walking. She is our neighbor dog. We say that means it is impossible for two women to live in one house. It is maybe in India, maybe in Europe it will be possible. So we have another girl, our dog, she don't allow her to come. When she comes, she looks with such a jealous eyes. She come and speak silently, okay, you can come here, but I am the boss. Then she goes and do like this. Then only that is why she is coming like that. If she see, silently they will have a talk and say. So the morning when she comes like this. And just go to the feet and surrender. I am your slave. Please allow me. Then our darling will, okay. Keep always this in mind and be here. She should be here, but she is a real woman. So, shall we have a small one?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very.
So we're gonna have a small walk around, and maybe somebody can show us what the results were.
That side we have to.
I was trying to take them that side, and I couldn't get through. Things have changed.
I love that. I was admiring his Uluru. It's in Australia.
Oh, is it?
That's right, yeah.
Oh.
It's like a sacred Aboriginal site.